I like to call what we do dance therapy, because no matter what you're going through, no matter what your life is at the moment, if you throw in some dances, you're gonna ease it the way. You're gonna make everything a little bit easier.
Hello, dance lovers. I'm Ana Luisa Luisi.
And I'm Junio Enrique.
We are the Brazilian couple.
And this is Dance is the Answer podcast.
Yes, and I'm still pregnant.
And I'm kind of sad.
Why?
Because this is going to be the last episode of season 3.
Correct. Yeah, we decided to do this last episode because for sure this baby is going to be out on the next episode.
For sure he's going to be here.
Let's end this cycle because it just makes sense. And also maybe we'll have a break a little bit. I don't know, 1 week, 2 weeks. We don't know yet. So just to not let anyone hanging or not let us thinking about like, oh, we need to film another episode. We decided that this is going to be the last episode of season 3, but we'll definitely be back with season 4. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we're trying to wrap our head around that anytime now he can be here.
Literally anytime. Yeah. I'm 2 centimeters dilated. So we're hoping by the end of the week or the beginning of next week, he'll be here.
Yeah.
And yes, our hands going to be full for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about everything, but I guess once we really going through everything, it's probably going to stop everything around us. So we just want to...
Which is fine.
It's fine. I mean, we definitely, bear with us. We're probably going to be doing the next season seated on the couch because it's going to be easier for us the same way. Like, we cannot leave home. We're going to be the whole time with him. So every break we have, we're going to film an episode.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll do just fine. You might hear cry baby here and there.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave you guys alone with Ana so I can rush to him or Ana's going to rush to him.
We'll see. We'll figure all that out.
Yeah.
But since this is the last episode, Junior opened a box on our Instagram for people to ask questions related to dance.
Yeah.
But of course, because I'm pregnant, there's a lot of dance/pregnancy related questions.
Yeah, but we decided to focus on dance questions.
Okay.
Since the episode, well, you can find a lot about us on our YouTube channel,
yes,
The Brazilian Couple, but we try to focus here on Instagram, on Dance is the Answer, YouTube, dance content, like talking about dance. So we
not on YouTube, we are in all platforms.
Yeah.
We actually are very bad at reminding people that. I just realized that we are everywhere, not on YouTube, because
it's hard to remember that because we usually post it everywhere.
I see other podcasters always saying we are in all platforms. I think because YouTube is visual and we're more visual. Mm-hmm. I guess that's the reason.
We're both visual people and we like to see what
look and listen. Maybe also because
I think the only thing I like to listen usually it's music.
Yeah.
But like when people talk, I want to see. I need to see it for me to digest what they're saying.
I used to listen to podcasts, just listen without watching it, much more when I had the long commute.
Right.
Like when I used to teach.
Makes sense.
We used to teach in a place that it was about an hour and 10 minutes away from our house.
You should do that too, yeah.
So that was when I consumed a lot of podcasts because I could drive and listen to it. But now we don't have that long of a commute. So and when we do have, we're either in the bus or in the train, so we can actually watch it while listening.
Very true.
I like to watch as I'm listening, but I also like to listen, especially if I have to drive or to pay attention to something else.
I can let the TV or the cell phone playing something on YouTube or TV or whatever and just listen while I'm cooking or something.
Right.
That I can do. But usually when I have to pay attention to something, I need to see.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to see. Yeah. So that's why I guess we're talking all the time about our YouTube channel, but we are everywhere.
We are everywhere.
You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok.
Apple Music.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. But keep going.
So in today's episode, we're going to answer the questions we got. We got a lot of questions. I wasn't expecting that. I guess everybody's so excited about the arrival of our baby.
That's good.
That they all decided to ask so many questions. Of course, a lot regarding pregnancy, but there's a lot of dance questions. Some of them we answered before, but we're going to talk about because there's a lot of new people here. And before anything, just remember, subscribe to our channel. If you're listening to or if you're watching it, just make sure you like this video.
Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment, questions, anything that you guys want to hear in the next episode, anything you guys want to learn about us as professional dancers. And we want to bring guests. So we still don't know what we're going to do just yet, but if there's something you guys want to see here, if you guys want to see us with another dancer talking about their lifestyle, their careers, or friends that we work with.
Yeah, we also have a lineup of people that would like to be in the podcast, but we yet have to learn how to do that virtually because not all of them
can come
are
here yet.
in New York, are based in New York. So we'll try to do that.
Right.
We just have to learn what to use to make it a good.
Right. Meanwhile, we want to bring people to sit here with us on the sofa so we can chat about things. So just let us know in the comments what you guys would like to see it. And then, then we'll go from there. We're very excited. The channel is starting to...
It's growing.
It's growing slowly but surely. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure if you follow us on That Brazilian Couple, come join us here. We're going to be here. We're always going to be talking about things. We do have a lot of new stuff that we want to do. We're going to answer some of the questions here regarding to that. But let's...
Yeah, I just want to point it up one thing. Like, because we met.
We met.
June and I met.
It's mathematics.
Yes, because June and I met through dance. I was getting my tongue ready for the through. That's why
I do that sometimes. Yeah.
We met through dance, so our stories mixed a lot. Our love story and our personal lives, it's a lot of mixed with dance. So that's why sometimes we talk a lot about ourselves, not because we're going away of the subject, but it's because our memories bring to that time where we met.
Crazy,
so that's the reason why a lot of times, like we were even talking about that, like it feels like we are going away from the subject, but it all makes sense for us because that's how we are in this world of the dance. That was how we found each other and that how we start our lives together. So there's no way to separate it. Only before we met, yes, but a lot of times we're going to talk a lot about ourselves because that's how we were introduced to life together.
That's it. Sounds good. So speaking on that, the first question is, do you always partner each other in the opera ballet?
Do we, baby?
No. The answer is no. It rarely happens when we are both in the same show, at least touch each other for a little bit. Like they don't put us together.
Matter of fact, it's a lot of, sometimes we are even like together in the same opera, but we are in different acts, right?
Right.
Which is interesting. But even like Figaro.
Mm-hmm. We're not related at all. We work in the same place on the story.
We're cousins. We're all cousins.
But we don't even act with each other. Like I see you sporadically, like on stage, but
I mean, we kind of flirt. We shouldn't, but we do.
We did. Which part? I don't remember that.
Anytime we have a chance,
we smile at each other, but yeah.
But we shouldn't.
But you know what's funny? I think that's the thing. Like in there, which is a good thing, and I probably think that they do that on purpose in a way. I don't know if they do or not, but like
I don't think it's on purpose.
But we got a chance to really perform with other people and have different experiences, right? On stage.
No, for until we joined the Met, we were most of the time partnering each other. Like from the very beginning when we met in our very youth company in Brazil, up until the first company we joined together here in United States, we were not all the time. There were certain dances we didn't partner together, but I would say 90% of the time we would partner together. Mm-hmm. But then when we joined the Met, that changed, and it's fine. Actually,
it's totally fine. It's fine because we still perform elsewhere together. So we perform every day at home. It's like,
and also that's another thing. Like it makes whenever we guest together in other places, it makes it so much more special because
much better.
Yeah, because
we're not doing that every day together.
Yeah, and bring us back to the time when we started.
Yeah,
yes,
very true. So we don't do that all the time at the Met, but we do sometimes perform. Like for instance, one of the last shows we did together, not the last one, but the one before, I kind of carry you for a little bit, put you down on the floor
for 16 counts.
16 count, maybe less than that. All right.
And you carried the two of us.
Yeah, this last time we performed together. You see, I got a chance to dance with you too.
Yeah.
On stage.
Yeah.
It could not happen.
Yes.
Right? During those 9 months.
True, because
did not happen.
I guess this is the only opera that we have some partnering.
Yeah,
even if it's brief, we have some.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
So, should I say the names? I forgot the names. The first person that asked about the opera dancing together was Margaret Clark.
Okay.
And the second person is Artista Gina. I like that. All right. So how to learn to do the splits at 40?
Well, work on your flexibility. There are a bunch of videos online that you can follow through. I myself, I think on the very beginning, it wasn't online, but I always tried to, I think it was amongst friends because it didn't exist, right? YouTube when I started dancing. But your brother helped me a lot, like finding my side split. It's just a matter of discipline, and don't try to get the split like from day to night. That's not healthy, and it's not gonna happen. It's a little bit every day, and respecting your body, respecting your pain. The level of the pain is something you should listen to, and it's the same. I guess it's the same mentality of the yoga. Like one day you're here, you can do this, and then when you feel like this is easy, you can try a little more and try a little more. But nowadays there are probably unlimited videos around the subject. You can definitely start doing it, and it's all about flexibility and strength. It's not flexibility itself.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I think also that you can do, like, besides getting a lot of tips and ways of learning online, you can ask yourself, like, how can I do something? And every time you do something, you need consistency. You need to really focus and give it a try more than once. For instance, I'm learning guitar. If I don't practice every day, it's going to take me a long time. And if I stop for a week, it's going to be harder next week because I stopped this whole week. Yeah. So for flexibility, even for dancers, I cannot do a split now on the floor. I'm a dancer. I've been dancing for over 30 years, and I cannot do a split right now if I'm not practicing that every day, or if I'm not stretching every day. And another thing is that if you want to do something, especially splits, which is basically a muscle thing, right? Like you need to really stretch your muscles. Always remember, if you know how to breathe through your exercises, through everything that you do, through everything that you go through, it's going to get easier. So that the name is already explaining stretching, right? Like in life, we need to stretch different points of views in our lives so we can get better at other things. So just be mindful of breathe through, and you can do it for 100%. You can do your splits at 40s.
Yeah, stretching and flexibility.
I'm 42.
Be flexible in your body and mind, not only your body. And also one thing important is like splits are something that if you're not using your body at all in this manner, you cannot just like how to do a split and start to do the split and focus on the split. You're probably gonna have to have a better flexibility on all your inner thigh, in your back. Like you're gonna have to start working
the whole
really,
body.
really slowly up until you get to the point that you can focus on the split. Otherwise, you might get hurt.
But if I can answer your question with one phrase, yes, you can. You just gotta practice. Yeah. Just practice your split every day. There's a bunch of exercises.
But it's not practice. That's what I'm saying.
No, practice like anything. Like find a way to learn. Find a class that will teach you step by step. Don't sleep on your split so you don't get hurt.
I would suggest you to do flexibility in general, and then later on you work on your split. Don't type how to get my split unless you're an active person and you already do some type of exercise that use your flexibility, then you can focus on that. Yeah,
try yoga, try some exercise where you're going to stretch your whole body, and then you kind of get awareness of how you can move without hurting yourself, but definitely can do it. All right, so Mary Grace wants to know, at what age did you start dancing?
Okay, I started dancing, I was 8 years old. 8 years young. Yeah, that's when I started. I mean, dancing, taking ballet lessons, but dancing, I started dancing since I was a kid at parties in my parents' house.
And you're talking, it's just cute, like you're doing a vlog.
Oh, yeah, because I'm watching the camera.
It's okay.
You know why? Because I feel like it's hard to look now. Because I have no...
No, but I like that you're talking straight to them. It's fine.
Yeah, because also they're asking us.
For sure.
It's not you, right?
Right.
Well, what's her name?
Her name is Mary Grace.
Mary Grace. I started learning ballet when I was 8, but dancing I started since I can't remember. Right. Since I was a very young kid, I went to parties with my parents. I danced any type of music, and they all find it very cute, and they do a circle around me. Like the kid that goes to weddings and everybody laughs because they're dancing and have their time of their lives. That was me.
Yeah, I'm similar to you. I started dancing at parties at home, very young age, like 7, 8 years old. I was already like, it's a very common thing to dance in Brazil, and especially in my family, everybody was dancing. And then professionally, like taking ballet classes, I was probably like 13 years old.
Not professionally. When you start to take
professional class, I'm saying like a training. I started to get
when
training.
You start to learn
dance, like for real, like a taking ballet class. My first ballet class, I was probably like 13 years old. Yeah. Wow, long time ago. All right, so Hamari Esther is asking, are you planning to teach online dance courses later on? You tell me, Anna.
Yes, we are planning, and it's gonna be on Dance is the Answer YouTube channel, not the Brazilian Couple channel. We decided to put everything that's really dance related on Dance is the Answer channel. It's been a long time that we are
brainstorming on that and digesting the whole.
We have a bunch of classes, almost like I was telling about the split. Like, we're not just focusing on dance itself, but like everything around it, and like breathing exercises and
stretching,
awareness of body and things like that. We have already some classes recorded, but we want to like be more organized in terms of having more, so we can put like a good chunk together that would make sense for people that never dance, and also that would make sense for people that are joined, but that danced before or had that experience or not. We want to like have different levels and different choices for as many people as we can, right?
Yes.
But yeah, definitely we are planning. Now it's a matter of when we can go back
we have
to
this
it.
goal. We have a goal of Anna. I'm doing the same thing. Trust me, Anna is pregnant, so she's out of shape now, right? Like, I'm saying out of shape, like she's not training ballet or dance or anything like that. Like, you're not doing your yoga, you're not doing your routines. So the goal is to start posting the class as we're starting to get back. It's like, okay, we have a baby now, we need some time for ourselves, and we need to do a stretch class, a yoga, a conditioning class, a dance class. So we're going to try to film that so we can do together with everyone that wants to do with us. So we do have those classes, and we're planning to post those classes and also to post our daily routine so everybody can kind of follow through with us. Yeah. And hopefully, as soon as we start exercising again after the baby. So yes, we do have a plan. I mean, we have planning this for so long, and it's going to happen. All right. Okay. There are 2 questions. The first one is from Lena Schiller. Schiller. What would it be your dream ballet you would love to dance in? I think, for me, I've danced everything that I wanted to. Of course, not everything I danced, because some ballet was very away from what I could do. Some ballets were not my favorite, and I didn't even came close to it. I probably did the corps de ballet or a little soloist part here and there, but the ones that I really wanted to do back then, I ended up doing it. And there's no ballet that I'm like, oh, I wish I could do this. No, really. I don't have that.
Yeah, I also think my favorite ballets to perform, I was lucky enough to be able to perform on those. There are roles in certain ballets that I would love to do, and that I've rehearsed, but I never performed. And one that I remember is Mirtha in Giselle. I danced Giselle, but I never did the Mirtha role, and that's my favorite role in that ballet. But I think my favorite roles I pretty much performed, even if it was in the full length ballet, but I did the pas de deux only. So my favorite roles to watch and to perform is Mirtha Gamzatti in La Bayadère, and they call it here street dancer in Don't Kill, but it's actually Mercedes. In Brazil, we call it Mercedes. In Don't Kill. So Mercedes or street dancer and Gamzatti, I performed, but I never performed Mirtha. I rehearsed, but I never actually performed.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so there's no ballet that I'm like, oh, I so wish I could do that. Not really. Maybe in another life. Anyways, next question is from Bernie248. I've got to say, Bernie, she's been so active since we started on social media.
Yes.
And she has the Minnie from Disney.
Yeah, I know her
handle. And every time she comments something, I know it's her because of the Minnie. And I know it's because she's so nice. Yeah. She's like super nice, super sweet, very never a wrong comment, never always so respectful, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna answer her question here and say that we appreciate you very much. Thank you. She said, "Do your skits just pop up easily in your head?" Let me be honest.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, no.
Let me be honest. Of course, there is some people that create stuff, like a new stuff right away. Like they're very creative and they create things right away, and it's brilliant, it's amazing. And we do that very rarely with skits. Usually, the skits we do, it's someone has done it, and we just twist a little bit. But most of the skits we do, there is sometimes we create some stuff here and there, but most it's a trend. So a lot of skits you see, it's trend. Someone did it before. So if you see something on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, probably someone did it before.
Yeah, it's hard to say who started with what, because even things that we think we created, we see something similar later on, and we're like, wait, who did it first, me or them? And we know that it was something that we didn't see it before, and maybe it was the same thing for those other people. Exactly. They didn't see us, but they thought about the same thing. Because one thing is, when you start doing it and watching it over and over, you kind of start to thinking alike.
Yeah, you digest that. Yeah.
So I guess before, I think also it just depends on how much you watch. I don't watch many videos as Junio. Junio, you usually watch much more videos than I do. So sometimes he comes up with let's do this and this, and I find it, let's go. And then I know that, because and then later on I see somebody doing something similar, and then I show, Junio is similar, and say, yes, this is a trend, and I didn't know that. Sometimes I see the trend or Junio showed me, and I'm like, but this doesn't really has nothing to do with us. Right. Can we modify it? Can we, instead of, because a lot of times it's funny, and a lot of times it comes to our page, right? Couples skits, and most of them are funny. But a lot of times our way to find something funny is different. Junio might find something funny that I don't. I might find something funny that he doesn't. Right. So we try to meet in the middle, and so we can do something that we both like. Yeah. So a lot of times, even if it's a trend, we like to modify to be as true to us as possible. Right.
No, I agree with you, and I think that sometimes we create something that it's our own, because then you can say that's not the way Americans would play or something, or
correct.
So
that's another
it's very
thing.
Brazilian way of making a joke, and sometimes it doesn't work here, but we still do because it's funny to us. But what I'm saying also about copying is it's not copying. It's video sometimes is inspired by other creators, and like anything else, like on TV, you see one channel doing a reality show, and then another channel is doing something similar. So there's always something similar between everything, because we're humans and we are thinking about things in the same way. For instance, if you think about something yourself, Anna, you created something in your head. Let's say my brother was like, I want to create a show like this and this and this, and maybe we can do that, present that to a theater and this and that. And then I was like, wait, this already exists. Exactly. There are people already waiting for it. Wait, what, in this idea? I'm like, exactly your idea.
Yeah.
There was something about Amazon.
That's why that's what I'm thinking. Like, you start to think alike when you're immersed in a world like creative world, like either a choreographer or a content creator or movies, theater. Mm-hmm. Like when your mind is focused toward that, most likely there's already hundreds and thousands of people also thinking about the same exact thing. Pregnancy things, oh my gosh, because we all go through the same stuff.
So you're going to see a lot of the same thing. Yeah.
Very easily, we relate a lot, and then when something happens to us, this is going to be funny because I actually am feeling this. How about if you do this? And then there's thousands and hundreds of videos and of ways to tell the same thing that you want to say. So So,
but sometimes it does, because you're doing so much, right? We post so much on social media that we end up having ideas right out of nothing. Like sometimes I'm like, and sometimes I have the idea in my head and I don't translate in the best way possible to Anna. So she's kind of like, wait, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But in my head, the whole skit is ready. It's like, I even laugh of thinking it. So, but then we just shot one before now. That one was like came right away into my head. So
yeah, it depends.
It's
sometimes
practice.
It's easy. Sometimes we have to search for what we like and what could we do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it depends.
We like to sometimes get inspired by others, but I really enjoy the most when we create our own thing. And we do that. Every now and then we do it. It's fun. It's fun because it's definitely like we're creating. So being creative and telling stories and telling jokes and playing around to make life easier, it's one of the best things possible.
Yeah.
So okay, let's go to the next one. This one is from Pep Amaral. Can you dance tango?
Can you?
Let's be honest.
I think I can dance anything if I want to learn it, and if I put my time to learn it. I not only dance, but I can learn anything as long as I put my time to it. Have I ever danced a tango? No. We've danced choreographies with some tango in it, so we learned the routine, but not actually. If you say, "Oh, do a tango now," I would say, "Oh, I have to learn it first."
I'm gonna be honest. My point of view. I know what you're saying. It's real and it's true to you. But for me, I cannot do tango.
Why not?
Let me finish. I cannot do tango because I'm not trained tango dancer.
Oh,
but
in this moment,
asking can you learn tango? Yes, I can. Can you learn split? Yes, I can. What sometimes get confused is that we're both classically trained dancers. So we do learn different styles of dance. So when dancing tango, we right away when we watch and we're learning, if there's a teacher here teaching a combo to Anne and I about tango, she has beautiful legs, she has beautiful feet, very good posture. It's gonna look like she's a tango dancer if she learns the choreography right. But ask if she can improvise with a dance teacher. She can't.
But that wasn't the question. The question is, can you do tango?
I never done it, so I can't.
How come you never done it? Milonga is the type of tango.
Yeah, but like not the real thing. I mean, depending.
If a teacher comes here and tells you a routine of tango, wouldn't you learn?
Yeah, sure. If it's a choreography.
So can you do the tango?
Okay, so in that way, yes. If the other
That's
way,
how
no.
I interpret this question. Like, can you do tango? Yes, as long as I learn it.
Yeah.
Can I do black flip? No, because I'm terrified about those things. Because I'm not willing to learn that. Mm-hmm. But to learn tango or hip hop or any other dance that I haven't done it, but can I? Yes, I can. Can I pilot an airplane? No, because I'm not interested. But if I wanted to, and if it was in one of my talent skills, I would. You know, that's the thing. I don't think there's limitation of what one can or can't do, as long as the interest of this person is towards that thing.
Yeah, but not necessarily. If we both have to do street dance, we're going to look terrible because we're not good at it.
Because we never took classes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
But
never
if you go on, so you think you can dance, and they have teachers for each one of the.
Then I have to learn. Yes.
Exactly. So can you? Yes, you can.
Yeah, we can improvise. We can make it look good, but
you can. I used to love to watch that show because I would put myself in there, and I was like, wow, I really wish I could in 1 week learn one dance style, and the other week learn another dance
that's
style.
Cool. That's really
cool. That's totally possible. We saw classical trained dancers, ballet there. We saw hip hop doing contemporary beautifully. Yeah. As long as you put your time and effort towards something.
It's beautiful what you're saying, and I believe it's true. It's positivity.
Maybe you can do everything you want.
I know, but you know what? When difference. People say can you do tango? Yeah, maybe I can learn. Do you want to do? No.
That's the way you interpret this question. I interpret it as if something I can or I can't do, and I say yes, I can. Can I do it right now? No. I would need at least 2-3 days of learning and practicing, and then I can show you something.
Yeah, all right. I like that confidence. All right, next question is from Fatima. I don't know your last name. I love ballet. Where do I start? I am 37 years old now.
Start taking classes.
Opening classes, adult classes. There's so many classes you can take. You can find classes on YouTube. You can go into a small studio where they have opening classes. It's fun. There's a lot of people that are in our age
range,
that are taking ballet now for the first time because they didn't have an opportunity when they were younger. And there's no time to start. Like there's no right or wrong time to start. You can start at any age as long as you're having a good time and you're working on your body, you're working on your mind. Ballet is very good for your mind. It's very good for the body. It works out the whole body, muscles. So you can start anytime you want. And you're going to definitely benefit from it.
Yeah. Like we were just saying, anything you want to learn, just start taking classes. Look for teachers and courses. Anything.
True.
This is a very good example of what I was just saying.
Right now, I get it. I understand what you're saying. It's like maybe because I was answering something for myself not telling people what to do.
You're literal. You were like
I noticed that. I noticed that whenever we had to answer something in the past with we have Humberto as a guest, and you were me that day.
And you were me today.
You see, and that's the thing. Some days you were different. You have different versions of yourself. Someday I'm gonna answer this question saying like, of course I can do tango. It's just practicing. If I have to learn. So you see, that's the flexibility we're talking about.
I just remember something that I need to say.
Say it.
Junio, you first got your mat contract.
As a tango dancer.
The breakdown for the job.
True.
They were looking for tango dancers.
Look at that.
Junio was like, I'm not a tango dancer. I say, but you can do it. You can go.
She was like, go try it.
We both went. I didn't get the job. He got the job. He got to partner all the women in the room.
Not all, but many.
And it was his first
job at the mat.
Contract at the mat as a tango dancer, but he ended up being a milonga. And then I'm also in that production.
She's in that show like years later. She got into the show.
Actually, matter of fact, it's going to be my first show back, I guess.
Is it next season?
After maternity leave.
Yeah.
So, now you say, like, how?
So I'm reframing what I said. Can you do tango? Yes, if there is a choreography for me to learn. Can I do tango like people just go into a ballroom and dance tango? No. I'll be stepping everybody's foot. So.
No, because you never learn. But if you go...
Yeah, you have to learn technique.
If
you want to do freestyle, you have to learn technique. If you want to perform, because I'm a performer, I'm a professional dancer, sure, I can learn choreography. So that's the difference. We
went back to the tango just because...
Right.
I don't know why I didn't remember that before.
So the next question is, are we done with that?
Yeah.
Yep. Jean Negul. Whose idea was to be the dance couple? Whose idea was to be the Brazilian couple?
No, wait. The Brazilian couple or the dance couple?
The dance couple is the Brazilian couple.
The dance couple, it happened because universe put us together.
True.
We're both dancers individually.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we became a couple. So that's faith, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. But in social media, it was Junior's idea.
Yeah, that's true. We first danced together because the director saw or thought of us both being kind of the same height and put us together to perform for the first time. And since then, everything started to happen.
It
fits so well. It fit like a glove. And then on social media...
Baby, we are dancing souls.
Oh.
We are dancing souls, and we have that merch in our store, the Brazilian Couple store. I'm going to try to tag that on Dance Dancer.
Okay.
YouTube also. But anyways, I couldn't miss the opportunity.
Yeah, go grab our hoodies.
Yeah.
We're actually going to stop selling those very soon because we're changing everything about our...
we are rebranding
our brand. Yeah. So we're changing everything. So we're going to get new merch. So if you want that, it's your time to get it. But who created the Brazilian couple, the dance couple on social media? I didn't create, but I had the idea. Mm-hmm. Like I said in the last episode, I was like, we went viral. Everything was happening. By the way, in the last video, we didn't say that TikTok might gonna get banned or disappeared.
Oh, they say that since
I'm just saying, like, if TikTok doesn't happen anymore, and I saw some creators today saying, like, oh, what are we gonna do without TikTok?
It will come on other platform.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we're here with you guys. We're glad that we have some other platforms to be together. And I think the name is already there. So if you guys want to find us, we're going to be this name and you find us anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. It's going to be.
But the idea was mine because people already called us that Brazilian couple from a long time and then clicked right away. And I was like, whoa, we are dancing on social media. Anna, how about we call it that Brazilian couple?
Yeah, but the dance couple, baby.
Yeah, but that's how she knows us because of social media, not because of the theater. So that Brazilian couple, dance couple, it was my idea. But Anna agreed right away. She was not even like, oh, she was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So yeah.
They ask about dance couple and you can bring up that Brazilian couple.
Because the dance couple is that Brazilian couple.
No, the dance couple is before that Brazilian couple.
The dance couple started
we were a dance
before
couple.
we even dated.
We were a dance couple before we moved to America and that Brazilian couple came along.
Right.
We were a dance couple as Anna Junio.
Before I even kiss you on stage for the first time.
There you go.
Okay, Anna. So literally.
No, baby, because the question was this.
All right. Very good question from, that's it. Lotus Awake Heart. Lotus Awake Heart. How does dance help your emotional, mental health? I like to call what we do dance therapy, because no matter what you're going through, no matter what your life is at the moment, if you throw in some dances, you're gonna ease it the way. You're gonna make everything a little bit easier. So dance it's a therapy. Dance is a therapy. It helps a lot with my mental health. Throughout my whole teen life and 20s, 30s, now at 40s, I got a little bit like, maybe we need more help with other things, but dance has been an amazing therapy throughout my life.
Yeah, I guess there's many ways to go about this answer. What is coming to my mind now is because like when I put myself to learn a dance routine or to learn a dance step, I have to really focus on what I'm doing and learning in order to be able to do that step or the routine. So that's one way to take my mind off of everything else that's going on in that moment. Mm-hmm. When I'm performing, I need to be focused 100% on what I'm doing as well. There's music involved, right, with dance. It's not a requirement. Of course, you can dance without music, but talking about performing and everything. So that also, and you're moving your whole body. Everything connects, when you're dancing. Like your mind, body, and soul are connecting to do this one movement, precisely in the music and all of that. Putting the performance aside, I guess dance mentally helps because it's a way of you to breathe out something.
Let go. You let go of a lot of things.
You dance when you're happy. You dance when you're sad. Like when something good happen, you do a little dance, right? You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening because of this. You sing and you dance, or at least I do. If I eat something that I really like, I'm like eating and dancing. So it comes naturally for me. I don't know if that's for everybody. I would like to believe so. But if it's not, that's my experience. It comes for me very easily when I'm happy. And also when I'm sad, it doesn't come easily. But when I put myself to dance, whenever I'm going through a sad moment, that makes me breathe out that tension or the sadness. For that brief moment, it gives me a relief. So I think that's how it helped. Like I already talked about that, but throughout my pregnancy, dance helped me a lot to just go through my pregnancy like positively. Positively, did I say it right? Yeah. Instead of focusing on the pain, or the change of my body, or change of mood, dance helped me because I kept performing or dancing with you on social media. That made it easier. I feel like if I haven't danced throughout my pregnancy, it would be more negative in a way. Right. I would focus more in the negative side of it.
I think you're right. I think it's like it's a mix. It's actually dancing is a way of expressing. Like either you express happiness, either you express sadness, and not necessarily when you dance you're gonna be happy.
Exactly.
It's just a relief. It helps with, that's the mental health part. It's like you relieve all of the tension you have.
I think there are some hormones also. I don't know the names of it. Oxytocin, adrenaline. Yeah.
There is some hormones that we release that it really help us with, because our body, it's not a machine. We need to really constantly circulating the blood and making the toxins leave our body. Mm-hmm. So if you don't dance we say dance because dance is what we do. But if you don't exercise, if you don't let your body
put it away,
and being like a healthy, it's not going to help. So the mental health aspect when talking about dance is that dance, I think you're right, like throughout our careers, now that we're dancing less, we're not in a company every day like we used to,
performing less,
we have more time to think about things that sometimes when we were dancing we didn't have, because we're so focused on something. And the good thing about dance, whenever people's like, oh, can I dance at 37? Can I dance at 40s? Yeah, and make that a routine. Make that a routine. We're studying now about how can we create a routine with our baby. Like the baby's just born and he needs a routine. We, human beings, we need routine in order to have a focus, in order to have a good line of living our lives, you know? So I feel like when you want to be adding dance to your lifestyle, to your routines, make sure it's like it's not sporadically. Make sure it's always. And you see the change. It's going to be a big change. Like for me now, for us, we're not dancing every day at the theater. But we need to dance all the time. There are some days when we don't. We notice that we need. At least I do. Like if I don't dance, like yesterday, we were talking to some friends talking about like, are you guys having time now to create content? I'm like, yeah, we're doing on spot because it's the need of doing it.
Yeah.
Like we could take a break. We can not just post now because we're focused on our baby, but it's the need.
Yeah.
And also because we have people that are waiting on it. There are followers, subscribers, people that constantly come at the end of the day. Like they have a hard day of work. And then they're like so thankful that we posted something that could take their mind away from something.
So there you go. They're not even dancing. They're just watching us dancing. And it takes their mind away. So I guess
it's a full circle.
Yeah.
We're doing for ourselves, but actually we're also sharing with other people. And I think that's the thing. And I think that's the mission in life. It's like you don't do only for yourself. You do for the next person next to you. So yeah, it's amazing. It really helps our mental health. Our emotional mental health. So the next question, and I think that's going to be the last one.
Okay, sounds good, because I'm worried this is going to be too long.
This is a great one, and we've been asked that before, and I believe that we're going to have a long answer for this. What is the kind of dance you do?
Who's asking?
Oh, the name is Iliam Biki N.
Maybe we'll put in the video the name. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Or maybe not, because trust me, she's pregnant.
Not us, the editor. Okay.
What is the kind of dance you do? It seems like Zumba. I'd like to learn it in a heart. First of all, thank you. Second of all, sure, it can be Zumba. Third of all, we don't really know.
You can learn it. I learned.
It's a bunch of styles, to be honest. I can name it. You tell me if I'm wrong. Our dance, in our dances, like the ones we do together, there is a mix of so many styles. So there is salsa, there is bachata, there is lambada, there is forró, which is a Brazilian style of dance, and anything else that you can think of that couples do when dancing.
Sometimes we throw a little jive here and there.
A little merengue, there's a little bit of everything. There's no one thing. Like
we go a lot with the rhythm, and sometimes I feel like the rhythm, it fits one type of music, and Junio thinks is another type, and then we mix it all, and
it's crazy.
We're not organized in a way. Oh, this is this and this is that. We just go with our feelings and our rhythm.
To be honest, our style, like we are ballet dancers, right? That's what we did our whole life. But for social dance, for us to have a good time anywhere we go, we learned stuff. I learned something in my teen life. You learned something in your teen life, and then we kind of like suck it a little bit from everything, collect a little movement from everything. I did ballroom before back in the day, but nothing professional. It was just for fun. So then I learned salsa, merengue, bachata here and there. But if you say like, are you bachata dancer? I'm not. We just put it all together.
Yeah.
And that's the Brazilian couple dance style. And it's so crazy because a lot of people ask that, and for many years we both didn't know how to answer that, and we tried to say like, no, call it like this. What we're doing is bachata, and it was definitely not bachata
because we were trying. I guess the bachata was the song, right? It was a bachata song, so we were like, oh, we're doing the bachata, but actually we whatever is the song we say is that, but we end up doing the steps that we want to do.
It's funny.
Improvising.
We have some friends, for instance, Gustavo and Crystal. They are like ballroom dancers. They have a school. They teach that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because they came to us. We met in New York once, and then they were like, "So I want to do your style. What is it that you guys do?"
Yeah.
The Brazilian thing. I'm like, that's not a style. It's just the Brazilian couple style.
Us.
We have like a...
Yeah.
We need to teach that.
We have to name it.
We have to name it and teach what is the style with dance, because
TBC style.
you start to see a little something. They're like, wait, that's not... Wait.
Yeah.
It's like a...
Because that's us. I think we are like that.
We are like that.
We are not like
it's like
I said.
cooking. It's like cooking in Brazil. We call it mexido. You put a little bit of rice, a little bit of beans, a little bit of meat, and if there's an egg, you put an egg on, and then if there's tomato, you put some tomato.
Exactly.
And then if there's cheese, you put cheese. So it's like...
It's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
A bit of everything. And it's what makes us happy in the moment.
At the end, what we're trying is to have a good time.
Yes.
So what dance style do you do? We just wanted to have a good time. We don't know what to call it.
Yeah. We do a little bit of all, but yet all together we don't separate them.
No, but then it became something that, because we feel good doing it, that we repeat that over and over.
Yeah.
Like we went to Brazil and we danced on a very romantic song. We put a little bit jive on the thing, slow motion jive, and people were like, "How do you do that?" So we start to add movements here and there, and then as long as we feel the beat, we're adding stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no name, there's no style.
We just fit our steps into the music.
And the thing is, like, I like to have fun with you when we're dancing. So it's like I like to just play with the beat of the music.
Yeah.
So it's more like and slowly you start to kind of like get into what I'm leading to, and then we go somewhere.
Yeah, we dance as if we are in a party and just having a good time. Not 1, 7, 8 like this. We do performing. Performing, we're very technical, but we learn the choreography and everything. But when we in the videos, the small little videos, or at parties, we just like to enjoy, listen to music, have fun, time. Make mistakes. We laugh at each other. Juno said, "I'm leading here," so leading him.
She leads me all the time.
I'm like,
Anna, you're leading me. She's like, I'm not. I'm like, you are leading.
It's what dance is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, dance is about having a good time. Unless you really need to express your feelings out, and in a negative way. If you're sad, put a sad song, dance, make an improvisation. As long as you're moving, don't keep it to yourself.
Put it out of your body. Like, it's the same feeling when you want to scream, you know?
Right.
Life is so like this, and I just wanted to scream. We want to dance.
Yeah.
For everything.
All right.
Sometimes we scream too.
Oh, there's a place here. We can see New York, very close to us when we walk to. It's like, it's right here. It's right here, the place. And you can see the entire New York City.
That's Hudson River.
And sometimes when I'm down with Anna, we go there and it's like, let's go scream. And we scream and nobody hears because we're screaming towards the city.
Towards the river, yeah.
Towards the river. So we just let it all out.
Maybe they hear, but we pretend they don't.
I don't think they do. But I think it's time to wrap. We want to thank you guys very much. Look at how I am. Like, I started up and now I'm like laying down here. It feels so good, guys, to be honest. I'm like,
you actually are laying down.
This might be the thumbnail for this video. So we want to say thank you to you guys that has been watching, listening, listen to us this whole time. Like I mentioned before, leave us a comment, like this video, share with someone, leave us a question you want us to answer in the next season, ideas of subjects or anything you have in mind. And yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you soon. Next time we see you is going to be +1.
Yeah.
You'll be Julie, Henrique, us two. And we're gonna have a good time. I'm a little,
How are you feeling?
This is the end of a cycle.
Yes,
definitely. Not only the season, but like our cycle.
Just the three of us here with Julie. Yeah. Everything is like one last time. One last time of just the two of us. One last time of just us in the room.
And then it's gonna be a lot of the first time we did this, the first time we did that.
It's a lot of firsts.
It's a lot of lasts, and it's gonna be a lot of firsts. How beautiful is that?
It's cool. It's a new cycle. It's a new era of our lives.
Yeah. So
all right.
That's it. Thanks for being with us all these 3 seasons. We'll be back for season 4 with 4 of us.
Whoa, season 4 with 4 of us.
With the 4 of us. The season 4 with the 4 of us.
Very true.
I like that. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep on dancing.